Tiffany, hate to throw you under the bus on this one, but we had to school you a little bit on Mumford & Sons.
You did. You did. And you did throw me just right under the bus. I will fully admit, up until about 4 o'clock this morning, I had no idea who Mumford & Sons was. However, our editor did show me a video. I now know who they are. I did a little bit of my own research also, and I found out they were skinny jeans and suspenders. So see, I am not lame like I was called earlier. I am now up to date on Mumford & Sons. And that's very true. This entire area on the southwest side is basically just getting hammered right now. You can see this rain coming down, and it is not making it a very easy commute for drivers this morning. You can see this guy right here. He's actually stuck in this little ditch right here. He said he was driving, it started pouring, he couldn't see, he tried to turn, and well, look where he ended up. And you can see this water is all the way up to his tires. His car obviously not going anywhere. And if you look actually behind me over here, you can count 1, 2, 3 cars that this gentleman is trying to get out of the way. Well, Keisha, police finally tracked down the driver of that car, and she admitted that she had been drinking, and that's why she actually left the scene. But you can see right now the tow truck is out here trying to get the charred remains of this car off these people's property. Now, we did speak to the homeowner just a few moments ago. He tells us he was actually in the shower when he heard a loud explosion. He ran outside and saw this car on fire just feet from his house.
Those wind gusts, though, they are picking up. Oklahoma City, 20 miles an hour. Woodward, 28. Ponca City, be prepared. Your wind gusts are at 29 miles an hour this morning.
Ladies, I don't know how to stop, so we're going to hand it back to you. Oh, watch out, Carrie.
It's the latest thing to hit the campaign trail. Folks at Hubert's Brewing Company say the demand is so high, they're struggling to keep it on the shelves.
Police found the child's parents. They were parked right here, asleep in a car, just a few feet away from the lake. At first glance, it looks like a normal day of school for Conrad Dixon. But take a closer look, and you'll see a robot roaming the halls of Wynnewood Elementary.
I just have to have it because I'm going in Denver for something called a bone marrow transplant, and I'm going to be leaving for a while.
Conrad has a rare immune disorder requiring treatment in Denver. His doctors say he could miss up to a year of school. But with the help of technology, Conrad does not have to miss a day of class. So no matter where Conrad is, with the click of a mouse, Conrad can be right back in his school in Wynnewood.
He'll be able to stay connected with his classmates. They can see him, they can hear him, he can hear them, he can see them.
Wynnewood Superintendent Raymond Cole says a robot known as a Vigo telepresence system will take Conrad's place in the classroom. From a computer, Conrad maneuvers the robot around the school.
Take the mouse, I just put it there, and whoa, whoa.
He can communicate with his classmates through a webcam.
Hey, Conrad. Here, who else do you see? Here's Carly. Do you see Carly?
And get instructions from his teacher.
It's letting us allow him to have as much of a normal school day as he can have.
It's amazing.
Cole says the district paid about $10,000 for the robot. When Conrad returns, the school plans to use it for homebound students in the future.
Once your initial cost is taken care of, then it's pretty cheap, actually.
Cole is grateful to see Conrad robotically, but can't wait to see the real Conrad back in the classroom.
It's a true blessing, and honestly, it was a lot of answered prayer. We've all prayed about this.
In Wynnewood, Tiffany Tatro, Fox 25 News.
The new teacher that we got this year had a math problem about so-and-so grams of weed plus so-and-so grams of weed equals something.
Students at Anadarko High School say teacher Chris Walls posed a math problem using an example of buying marijuana, cutting it with parsley, then selling it for profit.
He shouldn't have went that far into, he could have got a different example.
Walls wrote the equation on a smartboard in his freshman algebra class. A student took a picture, then brought it to the school's administration.
I don't know if he did that to try to relate to his students or if he was just crazy, but no, I don't think that's appropriate at all.
School officials confirmed the marijuana example was used in the classroom. They say Walls has resigned. Many students are glad to see him go.
When you have other people trying to get it out of the school and then him put it on the chalkboard and into class, it kind of made it where he shouldn't have done it.
What made him want to do that?
Students who knew Wall say this does not surprise them at all.
It's not shocking to me because he seemed like a Fruit Loop anyway. It was kind of weird.
I think it was kind of a bad influence.
They have to start setting an example, and where do you start if it's not, with our teachers?
Parents say the classroom is no place for a lesson in drug dealing.
I don't want my kid going out wondering, I can buy so much and this is what I can use to, no. I think he should not be able to teach, if that's what kind of teaching he's going to be teaching our children.
Any questions? All right, let's mount up. This may be the largest I've seen in 18 years.
Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics makes one of the largest marijuana busts in state history.
Plainly put, is a lot of marijuana.
OBN Director Daryl Weaver says agents found more than 7,000 marijuana plants in a wooded area about 12 miles outside Ada.
Unless you've got aircraft or something, you're not going to find this. You're not going to find this field, period.
Weaver says agents found the plants after flying over in a helicopter. He says when his ground team finally made their way through the rough terrain, they found not only the pot, but also campsites. Weaver says this is the work of people who know what they're doing.
They didn't come out here just one day and decide to grow dope. These are people that's done it before.
Captain Steve Cash with the Chickasha Light Horse Police assisted in the bust. Cash says the details and planning that went into growing these plants is like nothing he has seen before.
Somebody went through a lot of work to get water out here, irrigation systems in place.
Captain Cash says officers found hoses and pumps near the marijuana. He says holes were dug to get water from one place to another. Captain Cash says these plants had been growing about a month and were close to harvest. Now, OBN says there is potentially millions of dollars worth of marijuana out here, and these guys have a tough job ahead of them. They have the task of getting it all out of here.
We're going to cut them and haul them out of here.
Weaver says since the state is under a burn ban, they can't light the field on fire.
We will dispose of them properly. There's no doubt that the bad guys can't get their hands on it.
Weaver says whoever grew the plants got away before his guys got there.
So we're after them. Hopefully we'll make some arrests.
He says while the seizure is a huge success, OBN's work is not done.
We're going to stay after the marijuana growers. We're not going to allow it in our state.